Good morning. We're starting court, but after court, remind me to tell you, officer, about my trip over to that home yesterday. Oops. That's another reason I wait till we get to the live part, is because we wind up with a real problem. Okay, let's see. You're here. Nicole is here. Mr. Tappan is here. Miss Brooke is here. Miss Wellborn is here. Who's Gloria Wellborn? Do we know? Wellborn. Oh, there it is. Gonzalez Wellborn. Got it. And then we have 486, and we have 843 phone numbers. All right, here comes everyone. Good morning. My name is Judge Person. I welcome everybody to the Temple Municipal Court. I think I need to turn my volume up. Give me just a moment. Yes. Okay. Good morning. My name is Judge Person. I do welcome everybody to court this morning, and I do want to let you know you're in the Temple Municipal Court. And when you, I will give everybody an opportunity to speak and have an opportunity to be heard. I do need to identify everyone who's here, and some folks use, different people's technology, which is perfectly fine. But I have a few people on the phone that I just want to make sure I know who's here and keep you in line. I try to keep people in the line that they logged in, and so I just want to be fair about that. Person ending in phone number 486, could you please let me know who you are? Yes, ma'am, or sir. What is your name?
Rhiannon de la Cruz Delgado.
Thank you. Gotcha. Okay. We'll be with you shortly, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Until then, just stay listening. And the person phone number ending in 043, could you let me know your name? Hello? On the phone?
Napier. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. The last Napier?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Okay. And then there's a person named Deanna's iPhone. And I just, if I could, find out your name.
Deanna Gill. Sorry.
That's okay. What's the last name again?
Gayle, Gayle.
Okay. And your first name?
Deanna.
And whose case do we have today with you?
I needed more time for my community service because I was waiting to get my occupational license.
Okay, Gayle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're pulling up your file, seeing what is happening with that. I don't have you scheduled today, but that doesn't mean we can't.
I went in and they gave me a link and everything Tuesday.
Yes, no, you wouldn't be on here without a link, so I understand. I think it just didn't make it onto my docket. I do see you listed to be here, and I'll be right with you, okay? Thank you. Okay, when was it due? Okay, so while you do that, I'm going to talk. So I do want to let you know this is the Temple Municipal Court, and when people are here, they're actually in court. I have a few more people to let in. I'll do that in a moment. Ms. Warren, if you would put a hand up for a moment, a number of your folks are here. Ms. Warren thank you so much, ma'am. Ms. Warren is the city's prosecutor. She represents the parties that have filed the charges here. She has graciously doing her pretrial online, and we're actually going to start that because she has a number of people and most of them are here, and so we can go ahead and get started. A pretrial is an opportunity if you want to plea bargain to do so, but that's give and take a little there. Not everybody has to do that. It's also an opportunity for both parties to really see if they're serious about heading to trial, or if they're concerned more with their record, if they're concerned more with, a lot of things need to be addressed in every case. The primary concerns are usually people's record or people's income situation. And we have the ability to look at those things. Ms. Warren, though, will take a position because that's her job to do that. And she's not your legal representative. She represents the state, okay? But I do require that meeting so everybody is, getting geared toward trial if they need to, or being realistic about what that's going to entail, because trial will require that we go ahead and move forward. Setting that case, we'll come to court and set a bond. That's the first thing we're going to do. And then we'll, schedule trial. We have to bring a jury in. We're using taxpayer money. And so I take that very seriously, but it is your right. And if you wish to do that, we can make that happen too, okay? So right now what we're doing is just getting a really good look at those cases and seeing if Ms. Warren has an offer to make or not, and if you have a request that she may or may not be able to accommodate. So everybody try to clear your mind and be open-minded about it, but your position will be your position. We know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and create that room. And what that means is that I'll send a link for you to click on, and you're going to wind up going into that room. It's a virtual room with Ms. Warren to speak. I won't be privy to that conversation. I should not be. A judge should remain fair and impartial, and I will do everything in my power to do that. But y'all can have that conversation. Before you leave today, though, you need to come back into this room, and we'll look at whether there's an agreement or not an agreement, and we'll talk about the next steps. So Ms. Warren won't excuse you from court. I will, but she knows how things work, and she can definitely answer questions about how things work, but though she cannot give legal advice, okay? So just let's be clear about that. Ms. Warren, your first person is Philip Tappan, and Mr. Tappan, I'll send you that link now.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And let me let in a few more people. And I have to figure out who they are. So welcome if you've just joined us. I do require people identify themselves. And I have two folks I haven't yet identified. Phone number ending in 353. Could you go ahead and let me know your name, please?
Hello, my name is Rafael Nieto.
Okay, Mr. Nieto. Great, I do see you on the docket. There's also, and your phone number ends, what are the last three numbers on your phone?
It's 8662.
Okay, thank you. And then person with the phone ending in 353. Could you please identify yourself? Are you the same?
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Nieto, are you ending in 353?
No, ma'am.
Right, so I need you to go ahead and just stay on mute because I'm trying to talk to someone else. and you keep unmuting and they're not unmuting. So person on the line ending in 353. Yes, who are you?
My name is Esther Kruger.
Okay, Ms. Kruger, thank you. Yeah, I have people in line, so I don't want people to lose their place because I don't know who they are. Okay, so a few things to know. It's actually good to talk just a little bit about how things move through a court. And this is a municipal court. That means the cases are Class Cs. And what we're asking is, and let's go ahead and if you can do your video, let's do the video. That's, because I'm trying to see if people are listening. Phones are a little harder to communicate with. Ms. Welburn and Ms. Gale, if you're able to, let's start the video. So what I'll let you know is, and let's get on the video. So if you were in court, you couldn't leave and go do other things, right? And I assume people are here because they need help with something or they want to understand more and want to be more involved in their case. And that means let's pay attention for just a few minutes. So when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. And when you enter a plea, you're giving your answer or response to that accusation. There are 3 options for pleading: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Guilty means I did this. Not guilty means I want a trial. No contest means I'm going to let you sentence me, but I'm not going to say I did it. I'm not going to say I didn't do it. I just want to move forward, and people will sometimes do that, for a sentencing option that they want. So let's talk about sentencing options. So normally with sentencing options, what we're talking about in a Class C court is payment of fines and costs, okay? And with payment of fines and costs, sometimes people have different concerns and issues there. And each person, I'll just address what's going on with you with fines and costs. If there are issues, we'll talk about those, okay? The next thing I want to let you know is that there are still 4 ways to keep the item off your record. Let me list them and then I'll talk to you about them. They are, if you have something that can be dismissed through compliance, and I'll automatically screen your case for that and let you know. If you have a qualify and want to do a driver safety course option, a deferred disposition, which is a sentencing option that kind of looks like probation. It isn't technically called that, but it does result in a dismissal. And then the 4th one is if you qualify for teen court. So Ms. Gale, let me ask you a quick question. Please stay on screen and unmute and hold still for a moment. Have you done any of your hours?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Have you done any of your hours?
I didn't do any of them because I was waiting for my occupational license because I didn't want to get another ticket in the process of trying to do that.
Right, you don't have a way to get a ride anywhere in town?
No, I'm not from here.
Where do you live?
Well, I live in Belton, but I don't have family to just ask for rides like that
Right.
here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I can't get a map out and tell you right now what you're close to. I can give you more time, but I'll need to see some progress.
Well, I have my
Maybe the
occupation.
same way that you perhaps get groceries or something like that. But I can give you 30 days and then we'll need to see, I will give you more time, but I'll need to see what you're doing and that you're starting to get some hours in, and I'll work with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I have my occupational license now, so.
Okay. So your new due date is June 8th. Sorry, I'm incorrect. Yeah, June 8th is your new due date. We'll email you a new payment plan worksheet, like the timesheet, that'll
Yes.
have your new date at the top, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
Do I stay on or do I push
No,
leave?
I'm about to remove you. That's why I want to know, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I don't know why they put that in there. It's something that I usually just do. Was she running toward a warrant? Maybe that's why. Okay, so just real quickly, compliance, I'll walk you through those. Those are things like your registration, headlights were out, blinkers were out, and you were cited for those things. The driver safety course option, if you qualify, you have to have either be active military or dependent, or have a Texas regular license. I can't do it with CDLs. And then also have been on time and not have gone to a course in the last year for purposes of getting a ticket dismissed. That's a pretty good option. I kind of say a few more words about that because you save money and you keep it off your record, which are two of, I would think most of our main concerns are our income, money, and our record, and that one addresses both if you have a moving violation, which doesn't always, but can affect insurance. So every ticket, when I give you a number, like if I say your fines and costs are 181, there's always a court cost and a fine. And let me tell you the difference. It's just good to know this. The court costs, those are the state of Texas. So we collect that money, but we have to funnel that down to Austin, essentially, to the general fund of the state, the state budget. The fine, it stays local, and those don't funnel to the court or the police department or the fire department. They funnel to the general fund. That's how we fund things like fire and sidewalks and emergency services and other things. Okay, parks, for example, now and then. So that's the general fund, and that has to do with how cities, provide services. But in the driver safety course context, you pay the state amount because we are required by law to collect it. And the fine goes on hold. And if you do your course and your driving record and get it turned in on time, the fine that's on hold gets waived. And the fine is more than paying for the course and the driving record. And that may feel like, okay, what's the catch? But it's actually a law that says you can do it under certain circumstances. And if you qualify and want to do it, then we do it. You do have to pay the court costs. They're not cheap. The legislature, I was just telling staff the other day when I first started working in courts, which I admit it's been a little while, about a couple decades, but still the legislature's only met like 10 times because they meet every other year. They were $50 and now they're upwards of almost $150. So they have 300%, increase. That's not really a percentage, but they've gone up 300 times. And, you got to talk to the legislature if you don't like that one, because I can't change it. But I can tell you, you pay those court costs. We can give you some time if we have to do that to get you to that. Within reason, we'll do that. And then, we're done with that. But thank you so much. But then the fine will go on hold, and I'll waive it at the end. So I'll automatically look and see if you're qualified to do that. If you're on the pretrial docket, there's a little bit of a hiccup there, which is that you needed to make the election for the driver safety course option at your first appearance, which you didn't do. But sometimes Ms. Warren is willing to do that with you. If you're asking to do that, she might. So if you want to talk to her about that, that's fine. And we we try to work with people, but with prosecutors, it has to do with their sensibilities and the concerns they have. They're slightly different from mine. Now, if you plead guilty or no contest, I'm actually the person looking at all of those sentencing options with you. But if you're pleading not guilty and are looking for an offer, then you talk to Ms. Warren. Does that make sense to everyone? If I can see you can just nod. I'll let that iPhone user in a moment. The last one for adults is called a deferred disposition. And that is where you go on a period of time where you don't reoffend. Sometimes there's a class or a record. We do have to sort out the fines and costs. We can sort that out based on income, okay? And then if you get through it, you get a dismissal. The trick to that one, this is the big magic trick in a Class C court, is that you can ask the judge or the prosecutor, but you don't have to talk to the prosecutor, you can. At a higher level court, you must talk to the prosecutor on every case to get it deferred. Here, you can plead guilty or no contest and ask the judge for that deferred. And you want to do that at your first appearance. So you would say guilty or no contest, but I'd like a deferred. That's how you ask for a deferred. And then finally, teen court is for high school students. If you're a high school student, I want to talk to you about teen court. Okay, Ms. Warren and Mr. Tappan, let's go ahead and unmute yourselves and let me know. Let me pull that file while you're unmuting. And y'all can let me know if we're heading to trial or we have some sort of agreement. I don't.
Your Honor, we did reach an
his phone.
agreement.
I don't have his phone.
Mr.
Hold on.
Tappan. Okay.
Just give me one moment. Oh, wrong pile. Excuse me. I've got my piles reversed. Here we go. Okay, here I am. I got you.
Mr. Tappan is going to take a defensive driving course, and he can pay today. He needs instructions on how to do that.
Okay. All right. Mr. Tappan, hold tight for a minute. Let me move Ms. Warren to her next person, which is Ms. Westbrook. And Ms. Westbrook, I'm sending you that invitation now. And just click on it and we'll see you back. Mr. Tappan, I'm glad you stayed off of mute. That's good. What I want to tell you is, so have you been to a driver safety course in the last year for purposes of getting a ticket dismissed?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Court costs are?
You said 154?
No. Court costs, not the fine. Click on the pie. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Court costs are $144. Okay. When, and you said you could pay those today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you are in Temple or no?
I am.
Okay.
The courthouse is just down the street from me. I live over.
Oh, okay. That's
Third.
by far your easiest. You can come on in the building. We ask that you wear a mask for safety of staff as well as yourself. You won't be here for a long time. It only takes about 10 minutes or so. And just come on in and approach a clerk's. We have 4 clerks in the lobby. Approach one of their desks and they'll get you signed up. I think we don't have it yet. Bring your insurance and your license and the 144, and they're going to have you sign the paperwork. And what it'll basically tell you is 90 days from today or earlier, if you've turned in your record, and it needs to be the right record, which is a 3A record. We'll have this in writing, by the way. And a course that's approved for ticket dismissal, which is a 6-hour course. Don't take the insurance course. Get those 2 things turned in. It's still cheaper than your ticket would be all on its own. And get them turned in, and the case will be dismissed, and it won't go on your record. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Just head on over.
Can I use my debit card when you said bring in the 144?
They can use a debit card, right? Yes, a debit card works fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll remove you so you can drive safely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. I got to get clear about what money is taken for which thing. That keeps changing. We've got an iPhone connecting, but we're going to move forward and just make a note. He's coming to the window today. There we go. Thank you. So I'm going to begin with Ms. Gloria Gonzalez-Wellborn. And Ms. Gonzalez-Wellborn, let me find you. Oh, goodness. I thought she was here. Oh, is she pretrial? I've got them reversed. I don't know what's happened in my mind. I'm sorry, everybody. I've got them reversed. Yeah. Excuse me. Ms. Gonzalez-Wellborn, is she here? Are you here, Ms. Wellborn? Gloria Wellborn? Oh. Okay, Ms. Wellborn, you're on the pretrial docket and you're next, okay? Hold on. Oops, Ms. Warren was too polite to point that out to me. You'll be next, okay, ma'am? I've got my dockets flipped on my screen and we will get it straightened out. Good heavens, I apologize. Actually, I start with, I can't get into that other room. Would you let them know? Would you go into that room, Ms. Bush, quickly and say the judge flipped her docket and Ms. Wellborn is actually here to talk to me? I'm going to give you a room assignment. Just click on it. Yeah. And then just come right back. How silly. My apologies. I'm moving a little too fast and I flipped my dockets. Miss Gonzalez-Wellborn will be right back with you. You're next. Okay. All right. And so my next person is actually Rhiannon, Ms. Delgado, Dela Cruz Delgado, Ms. Delgado, I'm going to ask you to unmute and I'll get your file pulled up. Yes. Just let them know, type in the chat.
Yes,
Let
ma'am.
them know that the judge flipped her docket and Ms. Westbrook is actually supposed to be on my docket. So, and then just come on back if you leave the room. Okay. Hi, Ms. Delgado. How are you, ma'am?
Good morning.
Good morning. You doing okay today?
I'm alive.
I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. So I have your plea paper, which is that you've pled no contest to the two cases. There was one regarding disregarding a traffic control device, and the other one was a violation of your promise to appear. And I have your plea of no contest. And I do agree with you that we're looking at community service. And, you know, I know you said that you could pay, but I don't see that that would be realistic and that that would be a challenge, that maybe we should think about community service instead.
Okay.
Will that work for you? I can't see you, so I don't know, but it looks like
Oh,
to me.
yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. It's just that, like when I wanted to pay, like maybe try to do some community service, but
Yes.
because of like I went to sign a medical release, like to send, because she said I could send like medical records.
Yes.
Because of like the list that they had given me back then, which may be updated now, but like you had to do more strenuous things, and because of the back surgery and the nerve impairment that I have on my leg, I can't do a lot of strenuous work like that.
Right. So let me address that. And, you know, you're probably not the only person with that question. Okay. So what I will tell you is I order community service. It is subject to your capacity to do it. Okay.
Okay.
But if someone has what we call legally an inability to make payment, which is, I qualify that for you to be that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just, you know, the circumstances of people's lives. Once I order community service, if you have a doctor saying you can't do it or you have limits, I make adjustments then, depending on what that doctor tells me. So if the doctor tells me you can, but it's got to be slow going, then sometimes I lower the number of hours, and sometimes I eliminate hours, and sometimes I waive hours. So it kind of depends on, I'm no doctor, so I will just rely on your doctor to tell us both what you can and can't do. And you just get that in writing and drop the note off at the clerk's desk, and I take a look at it, and we go from there. Okay? Okay. Because we need more time, though, than a deferred might allow, I don't think I'm going to grant that part of your request, but I will grant community service. And that will give us, deferreds are quick. They don't last very long. And then we're running out of time and we're juggling too many things, and it becomes stressful. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the community service hours. And we have a relatively bigger amount due. And so let me get those hours calculated real quickly. It would be 52 hours. That's both cases combined. Okay. And right now I'm going to give you till July 6th, which is 60 days.
Okay.
And if you wind up needing more time or you want to bring that doctor note, you'll just bring it. Now, not everything is like you say, you're correct. Not everything is a real stressful thing that you do. There are times where people can find something where you're sitting and you know, doing letters. There are times where people serve food at the kitchen. There are different things, and we'll send you a list where you can see what might work. But any nonprofit organization, including churches, will qualify. I'll give you a list and some rules, and the rules will tell you what I do and don't allow. Like I don't allow food donations, but any nonprofit I will allow. Okay, Ms. Delgado?
Okay.
So we're going to, did we send you an email for this meeting?
I'm not sure because on the phone I have, I can't pull up that email.
Okay, that's fine.
And
But do we
yeah.
have an email for her?
Yes, ma'am. They have an email for like I think I did write the email down.
We can email you the information, or we can, but we'd like to get your signature on everything today so that it doesn't get forgotten.
Okay.
Can you are you able, I see you're in Buckholz. Are you able to get here sometime today?
Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you're able to do that, that's the easiest way to handle it. If not, we can mail it to you and you can mail it back. But you'll have to follow up and make sure that we get it, okay?
Okay.
What's going to work best for you?
I guess I could make it up there today.
Okay. We don't close till 5.
Okay.
Okay. We'll have everything waiting at the court desk for you, and it won't take very long to get that done, okay?
Is that the same place that I went to fill out all the paperwork?
Yes, ma'am. It sure is.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Delgado. We'll see you up here, okay? The clerks will have everything ready for you at the front.
Okay, thank
And
you,
we'll
ma'am.
get you copies too. And that way, if you have additional questions about the papers, we'll be right here to answer, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I think Ms. Westbrook and Ms. Warren, you see that I flipped my docket and sent the wrong person to you. I am so sorry. There's a first. I haven't done that
makes
one.
sense now. Okay.
Yeah. Surely Ms. Bush came in a moment ago and she can't do her speaker. She doesn't have a speaker on her computer.
Oh, I see.
But she sent y'all a text and we thought, well, I guess they didn't get it and they were probably getting along just fine. So let me know where we're going with this one since y'all probably worked on it, and then I will apologetically move you forward. I am sorry, Ms. Westbrook. I'm sorry, Ms. Warren.
I could tell she was confused. Now I know why, but
yeah,
I did explain it to her, and she did decide to do a deferred, and she can pay today. She just needs instructions on how to do that.
Okay. Ms. Westbrook, hold on just a moment. I'm going to move Ms. Warren forward with her actual docket. Which is I flipped them on my page and I'm so accustomed to looking at them in that order. Ms. Welborn has been patiently waiting, and Ms. Welborn, I'll send you that invitation now. Thank you for your patience. Sure. And we'll keep moving. Okay. That's a new one for me. Sorry about that. So Ms. Westbrook, that'll work great. It looks like you're maybe even in an office setting. We can email the paperwork to you. If you can print it and sign it and email it back, either through you can fax it or email it. I'll even take a readable photo emailed to the court helpline that we sent the invitation to the meeting on.
Yes, ma'am.
And then once you get that sent in to us, you can call and do payment or go online and pay on the city's website.
Okay.
And then you're good to go.
Okay.
And you're okay. You look awfully young. I thought you might be young enough to be required to do a class, but you're actually not going to have to do a driver safety course. So an advantage of being not 25. So I thought you were considerably younger. Well, you're still quite young. Anyway, so we'll email that to you, and if you just get it back to us, it'd be great to try to shoot for by lunchtime to get it back and clear it all up so that you don't get on with your day and forget about it. But
yes, ma'am.
I will. We'll email that to you. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do. Can you confirm with me? And I just want to make sure I'm fully understanding this process.
Of course.
I will get an email to either go on the website. Is there an option for either myself, I would say my husband, to be able to bring in the payment today?
Of course.
Okay.
What we really want is your signature on the document. So if we email you the document and you print it and sign it, he can bring it over with payment. Okay. That's probably, to me, the least number of steps.
Yes, ma'am.
Creates the least likelihood of it not really happening.
Yes,
because technology being what it isn't perfect.
Thank you.
And that way you'll get a copy of it when he's here. They'll just copy it and they'll put a receipt with it. And you can see all that and know it really happened. And
Okay.
it'll be
I
great.
appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.
Thank you for your patience today. I am a little embarrassed. I really have never flipped my docket like that. And I just sent two very agreeable people to Ms. Warren, who was expecting that they weren't going to be. And so maybe that, but she worked a little harder. And so here we are. So we'll just keep going.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your time today.
Thanks for your patience.
Yes, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I can't believe I did that. Howls. It's 90 days because payment is today. We always shorten it because we have less tracking to do. And Mr. Howes, good morning. We started court about 40 minutes ago. What happened? I know you've been waiting for about 10 minutes. I can't hear you. You'll have to unmute. You having technology trouble? There you
Okay,
go.
I've been trying to, basically, yes. Okay, I've been trying to figure this out for an hour now, it seemed like.
Okay. Well, we're just going to keep going from there. I'm actually going to work with the next person, but I'll be with you shortly. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So my next person is Mr. Nieto. Mr. Nieto, if you could just unmute, I will pull your file while you're doing that.
Hello?
Yeah, hang on just a moment.
Okay.
Mr. Nieto. Here I go again. I just need to change it. Mr. Nieto, Ms. Warren will be with you shortly, okay? You're next.
Okay.
No, I'm just flipped again. I keep doing it. So my next person is actually Ms. Napier, and that's another reason their names look similar on my screen. Ms. Napier?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Still a little tired.
Goodness.
But
How old are you today?
I'm 17.
Okay, let me find your, I don't have her. No, I have. Just give me a moment. I'm just sorting through my files. Let's see, I've got Nieto, Wilburn, Nieto, Kruger, and House. On the pretrial, I have James Earl and Stephanie Simons, which are, they're not here. So that's the pretrial docket. And then on my docket, I have Aguilar, who's not, Martinez, who is not here. I have Napier. I don't have Dela Cruz Delgado, but we already did that one, right? And then I have Small. Yeah, we already did, right? That's what I was saying. Yeah, Napier is here. I just got all turned around today. And Vasquez, Tapin we already did. Vasquez is not here. And Westbrook we've already taken care of. Smalley is not here either. Okay. So Ms. Napier, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is she on time? You're cited with the speeding charge and the accusation date is from April 27th. Do you understand the pleading options of guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And you're actually 17. Are you still in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you go to school?
I do online school. It's K-12.
That's the name of it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What grade are you considered to be in at this time?
I'm a senior.
Okay. So we'll need just proof that you're a student. Do you have something that just shows you're enrolled?
I could request a form from a teacher there.
Okay. I don't know why this seems to be in trouble with the homeschool folks, but I do need something. I mean, I guess I assume that there is a way to prove that you're actually taking classes, like a roster or a list of your classes, or maybe someone there saying you are enrolled here. So I guess I'm going to ask for that. Okay. And
Okay.
so just proof of school attendance. And then there's a $20 fee. Can you pay that fee today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
Do I pay it at the court? Do I have to
yes,
go up there?
you are going to have to come up here. Do you drive alone yet, or are you driving with someone in the car with you?
I drive alone.
Okay. It's not, you don't have a restriction?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Can you pay that $20 fee today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you'll have a class that you're going to do, which you can do online. And
Okay.
you'll get it back within 30 days, which is June 8th. And then we'll dismiss your ticket.
Okay.
Okay.
Will I get an email of instructions for the class?
Yes. Well, you'll get it when you come pay the fee today. We're going to actually
Oh,
have
okay.
a packet.
Okay.
There'll be a packet for you.
Okay.
Okay.
And I did have another question.
Yes, ma'am.
So will this stay on my record?
Not if you do teen court properly and get your class turned in.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You'll save money and you'll keep it off your record. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So just, maybe log into your school and print your list of classes. And
Okay.
bring that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. And bring that with you with your $20. And we'll do
Okay.
your teen court sign up at the desk. Okay.
And I can pay with card, correct?
I don't know. Let me check. Can she pay with? They'll take a cash and they'll take check, but they can't do it on a credit card.
Okay, I'll just go to the ATM.
Right. I think that's going to be safer. Save you a trip. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll see you in about half an hour or so.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, Miss Warren, you and Miss Wilburn had a chance to visit. And
Yeah, we may have lost Miss Gonzalez.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, but she basically just wanted to explain her situation.
Okay.
So she entered a plea of no contest, and I offered the deferred. She has a 6-month insurance policy on file, and so I would include that in the deferred. But she had an issue with payment and wanted to talk to you about that.
Okay. I'll see if she logs in. I have her financial information. So if she doesn't log back in, we'll reach out to her. Thank you. Your next person is Mr. Rafael Nieto, and he is actually on a phone. So Mr. Nieto, Ms. Warren is actually waiting for you, and I'm sending you a link, and you should be able, even with a phone, to just join that. So just click on that invitation. He did. Thank you. And I think that's my docket is cleared. Let's see. Yep. So just real quickly, Angel Aguilar Martinez does not appear to be here. Arash Ismaili, I don't see him, but if anybody thinks contrary, let me know. Blake Vasquez, I don't see him. So I'll work those files and see what we can do. Ms. Kruger, you're next, and Mr. Howes, you're after that, okay? So we're all just gonna sit tight and wait. Okay. Let's see, on Ms. Gonzalez. Wellborn. Yes. She had Wellborn on the screen, but she has Gonzalez, no hyphen, space Wellborn. And we may. She was on a video, so she has the ability to email. Her insurance is in the file, so we just say policy enclosed in file today. And we're done with that piece. There she is. Hi, Miss Wellborn. Ms. Wellborn, you can go ahead and unmute if you will.
Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Warren went ahead and let us know, but let me confirm with you that you actually have an agreement for a deferral on your insurance case, which will keep it off your record. We have your insurance on file now, and I'm approving the deferred, and I'm also ordering community service. And if we do that, the way that would look is it would be 14 hours and you would have 60 days to complete that. We have a list of places you can do it in your community. I see you're in Austin. And you would get those hours done at any nonprofit in your community and get it turned into us by your due date. And then the case after 120 days would be dismissed. What do you think?
Oh, okay, wait a minute. So you're saying I'm paying and I'm doing community service, or I'm not paying and I'm doing community service?
Right. When we do community service in a Class C court, it usually means that I've determined that you can't make payment. And
Okay.
you have two high school boys and you're a single parent. So
I just went to a prom, yes, and he's about to
yeah.
graduate, and I'm so happy.
Well, even without all those expenses, I can see that it would be pretty tight to do this, and you qualify for this alternative relief. So I would prefer to order that unless you object to it. So
No, I would like to do community service, but I do work. So
yes.
how would I work that? I guess
Okay. You're not driving, are you?
No, I'm in the car.
Yeah,
but I'm not
checking.
driving. No.
Okay. So again, with community service, what we would do is email you the documents and you sign them today, and then you have 60 days. You'd find a provider. I'd give you instructions on what that should look like. You would get it turned in. What that looks like is nonprofit organizations in your community who are willing to do the paperwork with you, with a supervisor there, would sign off on your hours. Okay. I have a list, but it's local, but it does kind of give you a pretty good idea of the kinds of places that we're looking for. And then I have written directions on the cover letter to let you know how to look for one. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Can we email everything and get it back to you with signatures today?
I mean, I have to do, I guess, could you do it as a PDF where I can sign it on the phone and then send it back to you?
We don't have that capacity with the technology that we have right now.
To bring it into you?
You can email it. So you can take a picture and email
Mhm.
it to us.
Okay,
You're-
sign it,
you're-
take a picture, and then email it. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so as long as you can print it and get on this meeting, you ought to be able to do it, okay?
Or I can print it and bring it in either way, right?
Yes, if you want to bring it in. I just assumed you were in Austin.
No, I'm in Waco right now, but I'll try it either way, whichever is it works out for me. Because as far as you sending it to me and me signing it, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is
If you're coming to the court, we can print it for you and sign it here. But,
okay, that's great. Okay,
if you're coming through here on your way to Austin today,
yeah,
and you can
I
get here,
am.
and you can get here before like 4:30,
Oh yeah.
then we'll have it at the desk for you.
Oh, well, I'll be on my way in like 30 minutes to an hour then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
So I just give them my name and they can print it up for me.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay. Let me see.
Both cases, I only had one. On Mr. Nieto, do we have an agreement?
Mr. Nieto is entering a plea of no contest, and I'm not offering a deferred at this time because he's unable to present a valid license and has no optimism for that. So he's basically changed his plea to a no contest, but he is on a Galaxy phone and can't get back into the meeting.
Okay. He does not have income at all. And so I'm going to order community service and give him 60 days. I'm also going to, well, Mr. House was next. I guess he's not next yet. Miss Kruger is next. So I'll send you on in to work with Miss Kruger, and you might just let him know that we will need to get his signature on a document today, either electronically emailing back to us, or he can come by.
Okay.
But I'll order community service.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'll let him know. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this thing is weird.
That's okay, Mr. House. We knew you'd probably be right back on, so you're
Okay.
next. You'll be next.
All right, I hope I don't lose service again.
Well, if you do, then just try to dial back in. So on Nieto, it's 14 hours. And email it to him if we have an email. If not, he should come by. If we don't hear from him, like by noon, after lunch, call him and see if he's coming in. Just because we had to kind of turn him loose. Krieger is in meeting. Did House have any financial information available in case we need it? It's okay. We can't. It's amazing how loud that is. Mhm. Does he have any other information in the file that would help us if we need it?
Okay.
Sorry?
I said it wasn't my turn.
It's you're next.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
I leave people on mute because the mics now pick up things like fans and a neighbor dog. I mean, they're sensitive.
Yes,
So,
yes, ma'am.
he left the area. hate when people do that. It's always their turn when that happens. Is there anything else in his file or just, okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. It's just a question of being ready for what if. I don't have to be. James Earl, let's see what he was looking for. Sorry, give me just a moment. That's all. Okay. On Ms. Kruger, are we moving toward trial or?
Ms. Kruger is entering a plea of no contest,
Okay.
and she can't pay today. She said she can pay by the 15th. I
On
told
both cases?
Hmm?
She had two cases. Sorry, she has one case with you.
Oh, okay.
Is she in a payment plan?
So I did tell her that she probably needs to hang up and call back so that she can make arrangements with you because she has a lot going on.
Okay.
Okay.
She's still
So
in
I'm
that
gonna-
meeting, so just let her.
And she's on the phone, so she can't get back in.
Right. Just let her know we're waiting for her to call back
Okay,
in.
so I'll tell her to hang up and call back into the meeting, okay?
Yes. And Mr. House is heading your way.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Is she on time on her other payment plan? Not due till the 21st? Okay. And it's for a first payment? And always on the 21st? Two payments? And so she's paying within 30 days on that one. Okay, so we don't really know. Hi, Ms. Kruger. Hi, Ms. Kruger.
Hello.
Hi, Ms. Kruger. This is Judge Person.
Hi.
Hi. So my understanding is that you're entering a plea of no contest and you're wanting to set up payments. You already have a case that you're paying within 30 days. So my question is, do you probably need more than 30 days to pay both of them? Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In looking at your income, I already looked at everything that you submitted. What's a good day of the month to just collect $50 from you?
Probably on the 15th.
Okay. Why don't we just go ahead and change it to a $50 a month payment plan? And you can always pay it off early. But we'll just set that up so that you can make adjustments with the things that you have going on for you. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Can you come by the court and sign the new payment arrangement?
I wouldn't be able to do it at the moment because I'm at work.
Right. When do you get off work?
Probably not until after 5.
Okay. Can we email it to you and have you sign it today? And send it.
Would I have to print it off to sign it?
You would have to print it off, sign it, and send it back to us.
I could probably talk to my bosses and see if I could go in tomorrow.
Okay, well, I can't, we schedule court, and if you don't show up, you get a warrant. So I have to schedule it for something. I can't schedule it for she might be here. So I can give you till tomorrow, but I have to know that that's going to happen.
Okay, I'll be there tomorrow.
What time roughly?
Probably around 8:30.
Okay, I'll put a note in to do that, okay?
Okay.
Extend till tomorrow. Order come in and sign it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have everything at the front desk. It won't take you more than about 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Warren, on Mr. House, are we heading to trial or do we have some sort of agreement?
We have an agreement, Your Honor. Mr. House is going to take defensive driving and he can pay today.
Okay. And let me just double check those costs on Mr. House. Remember, I'm always gonna want that. So 144. Mr. House, it's 144. Are you in California?
No, temporary in Texas on military orders.
Okay, so military ID plus your license, the 144 and driver's insurance
Okay.
today. And then you sign the paperwork and make the payment today. Are you coming by, or are we emailing to you and you're getting it printed out and signed?
Where is your courthouse located?
Okay, we're located, it's on your ticket, but also at 401 North 3rd Street.
In the city of?
Temple?
Okay, I'll go to Temple. I'll come in.
Okay, are you over at Fort Hood?
Yes, I'm close by.
Okay, roughly when do you think you might get here, before or after lunch?
After lunch.
Okay. We'll have everything at the front desk for you, the Temple Municipal Court.
Okay, what time is your lunch over?
We don't do a lunch here. We have somebody at the front.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Most people think about lunch as noon, but we don't close.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. We'll
Thank
see
you so
then.
much. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good luck to you.
Ms. Warren, I apologize for that mix-up this morning. I put my dockets like this instead of like this, and I just could not.
There was actually a couple of people that weren't on my docket, but you know, we know what we're doing here, so no worries.
Yeah, well, at least they were pleading not guilty already. Made it a little easier. Sorry about that. Crazy.
Yeah, Ms. Westbrook's really confused, and I was confused about her confusion, but we got it together.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, you didn't say anything, so I didn't catch it. And then I'm like, she's just too polite to tell me. Blake Vasquez, I doubt you have anything on that that I need to know about, but I was just checking in before I let you go.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was Angel Aguilar Martinez. Those are just the no-shows today.
Yes, I don't have anything on those.
Okay, thank you very much for your time today. We're good to go.
Thank you.
Take care.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.